Hello everybody, welcome to bellcb.com. I'm going to be taking a look at this Texas Star 350 HDV today. Why don't I address that HDV right away? High drive. This thing needs about 2 watts to get good audio out of it. That's not exactly high drive, so don't go kicking it in the ass. Especially when you start using variable power. This is when you engage your variable power. And then this guy, he's only about a 2 watt resistor, so you don't want to be dropping 10 watts through him, you know, trying to drop it down where it's going to sound good. You'll burn this guy up first day you own it. So you want to drive this thing with about 2 watts. You can peak pretty good with it. Peak just about anything you want. Radio wants to peak, it'll be alright. But you only need maybe 2 swinging 12 to get full out of it. We're going to take a look at the inside. Nothing's been done to it yet. We'll take a look at the inside. I'm going to address these side screws. They're tapped into a sheet aluminum. So it's going to be a 1/4 inch driver. You don't want to spin these guys with a nut driver when you're all done. You don't want to spin them with your screwdriver because they'll just spin right out and they won't hold tight anymore. Even 3 or 4 times in and out of here, they may not hold tight anymore. So gently take those out. It's not a white lid. I don't know how well you can see it on the camera. It's a black, see, it's a black lid. It's just got a protective sticker on it. So oafs like me don't scratch it up before it gets to its owner. So this is what's inside the Texas Star 350. Straight out of the box. It's a CW board. You see there's a spot here, right there, for the crystal. Put any frequency crystal you want in there. And you've got a CW oscillator that is triggered by an input here. So this key input, when you key it up, it's going to send out a carrier signal at that frequency at about 4 or 5 watts. And that's all this thing is manufactured to do. Coincidentally, if you remove this stuff and rearrange some things, they used to be 350 watt linear amplifiers, class AB. I hear you can still do that, but we'll see. Want to talk about the sections here for a minute? I got a minute. You got a minute? Right here's a keying circuit. Right in here. This little transistor is probably the #1 thing that breaks on here. If it's going to break, it's probably going to be right there. The relay that keys up or transmit. Signal comes over to here. And then you see, let me get my headset here. Take this purple wire. If it were to go over to here, over there, then your signal would couple like this. And if this wire was on this side instead, you know, then up would be up and down would be down instead of backwards. And if this piece wasn't even here, we just removed it, then the signal would come in here to the input transformer. That's going to drop us down to a very low impedance for these transistors in a push-pull amplifier stage. Move everything around. 2SC2879s, very popular transistor in today's amplifiers. Goes to the output amplifier, output transformer. It's going to bring our impedances back up again, and we're going to match it to a 50 ohm antenna load when it comes out. And that's it. That's all the parts in there. This is a delay switch for sideband operation. In the front, we just have power on and off, preamp on and off. Preamp is right in this section here. Same kind of transistor as they use over here for the preamp section. A broadbanded preamp, no pre-tuning or after filterization or anything. So if there's a whole bunch of noise out there, it's going to give you a whole bunch of more noise. So it's primarily useful when it's really quiet. You're trying to pull something in. But if it's already noisy, your signal to noise ratio is not going to get any better on your radio. So hitting that thing all the time is not a good choice. And as I said earlier, this is variable power. When this is out, the amplifier is in high. When this is in and this is all the way up, you're still going to go through this resistor here, so you're still going to drop one stage. So call that medium. And then from there, you can go from medium all the way down to dead nuts, nothing, less than barefoot with that knob. Okay, I don't know if we got a good enough picture of the inside for any repair techs that need to look inside and use my video. You can hit pause right there. Okay. I don't think I can get a really good picture for you for those guys who are trying to fix a 350 amplifier like they used to have back in the old days. Let me get this stuff out of the way and show you what it used to look like when it was an amplifier. I'll be right back. Alright, so now we got some of that stuff out of the way. This is what it used to look like back when it was a 350. As I've explained before, I do this slow scan as I hope to help a technician someday. Wants to know what part went where, what trace went where, what's it look like behind there, whatever. Sometimes it's nice to have that. Alright. Okay, so we got it back together. And if this were to be a 350, this is the power she would have gotten out of her. We're looking at 300 watts across the bottom. Let's look at 100 watts across the top. I got it set for about 75. It's bumped his way up to 80. Good enough. Alright, we got 300 watts of peak power. Audio check on 100 watts, 1000 watt slug. We're reading that scale across the bottom. Audio, that's about 310. Audio check. Audio 1 2 3 4 5. Audio check. And the sideband, a nice clean output without any crossover. You don't want to go over. Now this radio will do about 25 watt sideband. And you can see it'll flat top it a little bit. You got to back it down a little bit so I can put the audio there. Audio check 1 2 3 4 5. Audio check 1 2 3 4 5. Audio check. Audio 1 2. That's good looking right there. Audio check. Audio check. There you go. There's the Texas Star 350. We'll finish this one up. I just wanted to show you real quick. Texas Star doesn't put very good power wire on there. Maybe back when it was a 5 watt Morse code transmitter that would be good, but now we've got 8 gauge blue and red. And a fuse holder at the battery side. We've talked about that before in previous videos. The fuse over here isn't doing you a whole lot of good. You need one with the battery to protect your amplifier and your vehicle. Alright, this one's all set to go. You should use about 8 gauge wire with the 350. Unless it's going to get something a lot longer than what we have here. If you're going to get into something that's going to be 10, 12, 15 feet long, you may want to go to the next size up.